Like you've
Sure.
been doing a lot of exciting work in VC,
Yes.
and there's a lot of young people who are also interested. Like 5 years back, one now is quite different. Like a lot of young people want to become a venture capitalist or want to be an investment banker. This kinds of role they want to do.
Yep.
So let's say what are the 7 skills somebody need to build or you build on your way to become a VC?
So I think to be a venture capitalist, or like VC for short, I think there's a couple things that you need to pay attention to. First one is just be, open-minded. Because again, when you work in a venture capital space, it's not like a traditional private equity or even like public equity investing. So for example, for a public listed company on the wholesale stock exchange, for example. I think the first thing you look at is like how the company performing financially, how they do on terms of revenue, how their cash flow. So a lot of the traditional financially technical stuff. For venture capital deals, however, you kind of need to look beyond that because a lot of these startups in the first few years of their lifetime, they're gonna be losing money instead of making money. And by that I don't mean they don't make any money, but they like the revenue they generate and the cost required to build up the foundation is the cost outweigh the revenue, at least for the first few years. So one thing is like you have to be open-minded and look beyond that. You need to pay attention more about the team operating it, the model behind it, the problem they're solving, and what solution, what product are they building to solve it, and how long did it take to actually build a viable product that can help the company, break even and eventually achieve profitability on a large scale. So I think that's skill number one. Skill number two is the ability to network, networking capacity. And what do I mean by that? It means you just have to be, again, really be out there, be open, be talking to everybody, always be available for conversations, for a chat, because you never know. You might meet someone who's today just coming out with an idea, and then 5 years down the road, that guy's running $1 billion company. I think that's very common in Singapore, common in New York, where even guys who are still not even out of college yet, out of university yet, that's already starting businesses, and a couple years down the road, it succeeded. So I think in Singapore we have Carousel. In the US we have Facebook, right? Those guys never graduated college. They started in college and they just started like, oh, it's more fun to do this. So I would hate to be the venture capitalist who passed on those skills in the early days because these guys haven't graduated college yet. So always be up for a good chat. Always be ready to network, to talk, to converse with people. That'll be the second skill. Third is the I guess I would have to say the ability to analyze, so like analytical skills, because again, go back to the startup models. A lot of them are new models, or not so new model, but like new model in the market. Like for example, in Vietnam, some of the new model will be social commerce, ed tech, education tech, health tech. Like the hybrid healthcare. And I know you used to work in the healthcare industry, so you know what I'm talking about, right? So those models, which are new in Vietnam, which will require a bit more analytical approach as to, okay, if it doesn't work today, how well it's going to work a couple years down the road. Because a big part of venture capital investing is like, you don't invest in companies that are already, in models that are already working. You want to invest in models that are new, and maybe might not work right now, but it will work down the road, and that's where all the windfall or the profitability come from, right, down the road. So you need to be able to analyze these models to figure out how will it work and see, like, basically charting a path to profitability for these companies. So that's skill number 3. Number 4 is the detail-oriented skill set. So by that, what do I mean? So after you have you analyze all the data, you analyze the market condition, you analyze all the things that the company can might or will do to get to success, then to get to the part where you have to study about a company. And to do that, you need to be able to run due diligence. Due diligence is like research about a company, doing background check on a team, background check on the company, talk to their partners, like running through these due diligence or DD for short. Require a lot of time and effort, and you have to have precision. Meaning you have to be, very, very detail oriented. You have to focus on even the most minor details. You don't want to miss anything when you run into the DD process. To do that, you have to have a detail orientation, right? So that's number 4, right?
Yeah.
Number 5 is the aggressiveness, and this is going
interesting. It's pretty interesting one.
I'm running the skill set based on the actual VC deal pipeline, right? The deal process, right? So we have the screening, and that's where all the networking and stuff come from. We have the detail oriented, which is where all the D stuff come from. Now the aggressiveness is for closing the deal, because again, just like with any good company, with any good investment, there will be a lot of people trying to invest in that opportunity. So imagine a good startup company would have anywhere from, right before when there was a lack of VCs in the market, there would be like maybe a handful of VC. Now we're talking about 20, 30, 40 VCs competing for maybe 2 deals. So that it's like the competition is fierce, especially when it comes to a good company. So you have to be aggressive. By that I mean, throwing yourself out there, like to the founders, to the company, to the people running the company, to the other investor even, to show that, hey, I want this, I'm gonna get it. And to get it, I'm gonna do whatever it takes, as long as it's beneficial for the founders, the company, and for my fund, and for myself as well as an investor to get into that deal and close it. So that's skill number 5. Be super aggressive when it comes to the closing stage, because you never know. Money is not in the bank yet, it's not done, it's not closed. So you have to be aggressive. And and then the money in the bank part kind of led me to the 6th skill, is the financial well-versed. So like
cash flow understanding.
Yeah. So after you close the deal, after you get the deal done, and you invest in the company, you need to track it. And again, investing in startups is no different than investing in any other company. Financial health is everything. The company is running out of money, it's dead, right?
Exactly.
So you need to help the company, and by that helping yourself in tracking how well the company is doing financially and operationally. So you need financial skill set, financial wellness, financial well-versed, and this leads to the 7th skill set is always be learning. And why always be learning? Because again, I was talking about the financial skill set, like tracking the financial performance of a company, but also the operational performance of companies. And operational performance is something that comes with age. So like you are the founder of a company, you are the executive of that company, you already know how your industry works. But imagine you are a VC who's investing in this type of company for the first time ever. You have no idea how industry gonna operate. Like you have no idea how they record revenues. You have no idea how they calculate the monthly active users. You have no idea how they calculate contract value even. So those skills those knowledge need to be learned, and not just through the DD process earlier, but also throughout the course of action of the company. So have to learn, and that wraps up the 7th skill that I've learned that you need to successfully run through the entire VC deal processing.
Cool.
From beginning to end, which is pre-investment to post-investment.
I found it. The one you put on the aggressiveness. That's something pretty interesting to me, because not a lot of people talked about it.
Yeah.
But I see that aggressiveness, because you're not aggressive means you're not closing end of the day, and you need to be aggressive to close. So the 7, which one would be the most hardest to learn for someone? So people can focus learning that one. In your personal experience?
I think it would have to be aggressiveness, because the other 6 skills are professional skills. You can pick it up over time. Like you don't know financial knowledge, go take a course. You don't know how to like run like the operation of the company, then you just follow the founders around, take notes, and then eventually you learn. But aggressiveness is something more of a human nature, right? And human nature is generally super hard to alter. So basically, to be aggressive, you have to step out your own comfort zone. And for me, what I've learned is that is usually the hardest thing for people to do.